Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke.
And I'm Emily, and tonight you have joined us for a lovely rendition of Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. Tonight's chapters are 57 through 63.
Yes, and if this is the first time you've come to see us, just know that we do this occasionally, sometimes once, sometimes twice a week, unless we're very busy doing cool stuff. I gotta mute my YouTube because now I just got sidetracked. Yes, unless we're doing cool stuff like this one right here, who is doing a play and a bunch of other really, really cool stuff. Check out her content on the Smut Oracle, where you'll learn all of it. You can also check us out at the Kitchen Couch, where we're doing a lot of different stuff. William and I just did a reaction to the greatest movie of all time, possibly Troy. Possibly. At least they thought so when they were making the movie. More on that later. Listen, we love doing this kind of content, so I'm going to kick it over to Emily because I am kind of a noob and don't really know much about this content, so she's going to break down what happens in these chapters, and then we're going to talk about what's going down. Emily, start us off.
Absolutely. We're going to do a little recappy cap of chapters 57 through 63, which I have titled Mates, Valkyries, and the Worst Girls' Night Ever. So these chapters kick off with the Inner Circle finally announcing Feyre's pregnancy to the rest of Prythian. Congratulations all around, while the readers collectively continue screaming, "Has anyone figured out how to save her yet?" Business quickly resumes, though, as Rhys presents Eris with the Maid Dagger as a gesture of trust before asking him to continue playing his dangerous game inside the Autumn Court. Then comes the infamous dance. Nesta and Eris take the floor together, and the chemistry is just convincing enough to make Cassian absolutely miserable. He watches about as long as he can stand it before cutting in himself, and afterwards Eris casually asks Rhys if he can have Nesta's hand in marriage. "Respectfully, sir." Shoot your shot. Then it's Solstice, and honestly, this might be my favorite one yet. Asriel once again proves he's elite at gift giving, but Cassian quietly wins the holiday by giving Nesta the one thing she's been missing since being removed from society at large: music. And it completely undoes her. The walls finally come down. Nesta pours out years of guilt, grief, and self-hatred, and after all that emotional honesty, she and Cassian finally stop pretending this thing between them isn't inevitable. It's about damn time. Meanwhile, the Valkyrie girl gang continues to be the best thing happening in Prythian. Nesta, Gwen, and Emery have a girls' night complete with wine, laughter, and literal friendship bracelets before returning to training, where all three finally slice the ribbon and officially become Valkyries. Naturally, Cassian's response is, "Congratulations, ladies. Your workouts get to be harder now." The obstacle course gets added next. And after the women absolutely crush it in front of Devlin, Cassian proudly shoves it in his face that they've now met the qualifications for the Blood Rite. A not so subtle reminder that the women Devlin dismiss have accomplished something most Illyrian males never will. It's petty. It's educational. It's beautiful. Starfall brings another huge step forward as Nesta apologizes to Amryn and begins repairing the relationship between them. But peace never lasts long around here. So after a few days, Cassian pushes Nesta to finally acknowledge what's happening between them, and she refuses. Their biggest fight yet erupts, and in the middle of it, Cassian finally says the words we've all been screaming at the pages: "They're mates." Duh, that was not a surprise. Instead of facing that truth, Nesta cashes in on the bargain she has over him simply to make him leave. Classic. Luckily, Gwen and Emery are there to lovingly point out she's being an idiot. The three of them spend another evening together laughing and just being girls, which fortunately makes what happens next even crueler, because while they sleep, they are kidnapped and wake up in the Blood Rite. No warning, no weapons, no Cassian, just 10,000 Illyrians who would love nothing more than to kill them. So these chapters are Eris taking the boldest swing in Prythian history, Cassian proving music is the sexiest gift a male can give, the Valkyries officially being born again and shoving misogyny right back down Devlin's throat, Nesta finally admitting what everyone else already knew, and the sweetest girls' night ending with the single worst wake-up call imaginable. So, Luke, you ready?
Yes. No, it comes to the kitchen couch for the food. Let's hit it. I gotta tell you, there's a lot to like dive into in this chapter, in these sections, like a lot. And there's like a lot of there's like a lot of small stuff too. I don't even know if we'll get to all of it. Eris not immediately accepting the knife, you know, because it's essentially like possibly a greatest of all time weapon. He's like, "No, you can keep your fucking knife. I don't care." Sorry, TikTok. Hope that didn't mess you up. The booty dancing, obviously pretty awesome. Obviously, our boy was pretty jealous. Obviously, I don't like how Cassian doesn't take any hits. Like he takes zero. Like he is as deaf as a man can get, and I kind of agree with it, which makes me very very sad and mad. Like I never know when girls are flirting with me or what it means, and or matching energy to say, oh, well, you're trying to be subtle about this, so I need to be subtle about this. Why don't you just say it out loud, though? You get the awe-inspiring, energy-clearing moment of them finally becoming mated. Then Cassian's like, I gotta go, and she's just left there hanging. And thankfully he doesn't communicate, so we get a better story out of it. Eye roll. And then they had the girls' night, which the girls' night is awesome. It's a bunch of girl shit, and I love it. Like I would watch it on TV.
The whole time I was like, girl shit, girl shit, girl shit. This is gonna be great. Can't wait to talk to Luke about it.
And then, but the girl shit doesn't stop there. You know what I mean? Like the girl shit finally just starts. So you get to the point where she goes to Amryn and she's like, Amryn, yeah. And Amryn's like, I know. And it goes back to like, I've had conversations, like I have gone in this circle before where you begin with going through something really, really hard and coming out of it on the other side. And then you kind of learn to accept and going through the trials and the grief. And so even though something really hard happens and you're left with grief, you come out at the end and it's not so bad accepting whatever it is, right? And other people go through similar griefs. And while you can't necessarily relate to them, you definitely can communicate with them. It's like, listen, I've never lived your life, but I have empathy for you. I promise you. We've talked about this before in book 4 and in book 2. And because what is hard is you can't tell people how to be. Because you already know the answer, right? The answer's, and so I kind of felt for this real bad because I was like, we already know the answer. We already know the answer. And I know a lot of people who probably read this book and didn't know the answer. Like have not actually dealt with all that much grief in their life, or they think their grief is bad, and then they meet horrific situationed people, right? Who, this was actually like this is kind of a fun tale rather than something that was like, oh my gosh, how dramatic. Then you get to the Blood Rite scene and it was like, okay, we needed to have, for some reason, Nesta be away from Cassian, and for whatever reason this feels made up, and now we're off to the races. And you were right, you did leave me in a cliffhanger, and boo that one. Boo that woman. So there's a lot of little stuff that just happened back to back to back to back. It wasn't like it was packed necessarily, even though it was 6 chapters. But like they go through like a Who Wants to Be a Ninja course or whatever it's called, right? Upside down. Thanks, Kelly. Kelly was in the chat. She criticized me and now she's gone. She's back. She's back. Kelly, you're the best. Okay. Thank you. Kelly, we're near the end. They're about to go kill a bunch of regular people with knives and stuff.
Not regular. They're Illyrian warriors, so...
No, they can't use magic, is what I mean to say. And that's the most important part, because, like, if you don't remember, Nesta isn't a nuclear warhead walking in there. Pew, 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 right? She can't just do that.
Right.
She's not Iron Man right now, extending her arm and mowing people down like she was during the war. She has to, like...
And remember... Like, even Rhys can't step in under pain of death. So, like, they're in it to win it or death.
Not going to jump into the plot device bullshit that was happening there, because there was a little bit of that where they were like, oh, How did they winnow out of here? They can't have winnowed out of here. Oh, what's one group that can winnow on one night only for some mysterious reason? You're just like, okay, whatever.
Well, they have been talking about the Blood Rite. It's coming up. Like, it's something that they've been preparing for. So it's not like it came totally out of left field, you know?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, we got the 3 weapons. We got the 3 ladies. They're going to do the whole, like, you must be quick as a coursing river. I do love that they do the Ninja Warrior course. I love that they do the Ninja Warrior. And then they're like, oh, we got so used to this. Meh. And then they're like, yeah, we did get used to it. You have to change it every time. Who cares? And then the Illyrian leadership is like, meh, girls did it, gross. Oh, so funny.
I mean, basically. So do you want to jump in from the top?
From the top.
From the top. Okay, so basically we get to the night court, and Feyre and Rhys come in, and it's like the big reveal that Fey is preggers. So that's fun and exciting. Everybody's like, and then we also find, well,
I look forward to them going to the Court of Nightmares every time since book 2.
Yeah. Every time they go, you know, something's about to happen. Like, it's gonna be good.
I love a strut. I love personality. I love like envy, jealousy, some rage. Everything about it screams professional wrestler, king of Highburn shit. And I love every time that happens. It makes me so effing happy. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Me too. No, I'm right there with you. And it just means that Rhys gets to be kind of an asshole. Oh, you know how much I eat that up. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
Kelly said to let you talk, so that's why I just interrupted you to tell you that Kelly told me to let you talk.
Oh, thank you, Kelly. Fine, we're used to this. This is how we do it. Yeah. So that happens, and then Eris steps up, and Rhys gives him a present. You're like, a present? Why? What are we doing here? And so he gives him a dagger that Nesta made, which still don't understand why. Super, like, it's sketch, but whatever. It's fine. So
you don't think it was a swerve? You don't think it was an intentional swerve?
An intentional swerve for what purpose?
Yeah, it was politics. It was like, hey, I'm gonna show you things you don't even know. It's just like when. Do you think a pitcher intentionally doesn't throw strikes? They do. Sometimes they intentionally don't throw strikes as part of their tactics. Like I thought it was an intentional swerve.
I thought it was like a swerve to me as a reader, because we already decided that the whole deal was going to be the Nesta thing. Like the Nesta thing was the plan. And then we get in there and we're handing him a dagger, and then nobody got briefed about it, because even Cassian's like, what are we doing? Why are we giving him that? That's odd. So, you know, there's a swerve on multiple levels.
Well, I got to tell you, I accidentally listened to a TikTok earlier today.
You know you're not allowed to do that.
That was talking about this chapter, but they were referencing stuff in other books. You're not
allowed to do that.
They were talking about this exact chapter. This exact chapter.
I know, it's because your phone spies on you and knows what's happening.
And I was so excited to hear other people's perspective, and it was a little bit of anti-Rysand perspective. Like,
I know, they're out there.
This is Nesta's perspective, and then Cassian even gets frustrated with him sometimes, and I was just like, are these people agreeing with me, or is my phone? Is my phone agreeing with me? I think my phone's agreeing with me.
There's a lot on the internet. Now you're just doing it to piss Kelly off. There's a lot on the internet that believe and disbelieve.
You know.
But there are a lot of Rysand haters out there. Yes, this book is her POV, but we're not always in Nesta's POV. So that's not, I disagree with some of their arguments, because this is not just written in a Nesta POV. So a lot of the things that we see through Cassian's eyes. Now, is Cassian like pussy whipped? For sure. He is.
Yeah. By everyone.
Specifically by Nesta. Like, that snap is golden.
Buddy. I get it. But by Rysand also.
Oh yeah, I mean he loves him some Rysand. Don't we all though?
No, I don't. I do not. I am not your man. Sorry, we don't. Oh, hold on. Let's ask the my BFF Kelly. Kelly, do we love Rosand? Let's see. Is she gonna answer? Is it way too late in the
You don't
game?
even have to ask Liz because we already know.
Does Liz know?
Rosand is yes. Rosand is Liz's book husband.
Oh my god, really? Is he really
Mhm.
just everyone's book husband?
Yeah.
Rosand kind of
Well,
sucks. he
who
kind
doesn't?
he does a little bit. Yeah, he does a
Sir.
little bit.
No,
He
he
does.
does not.
He
No,
has
he
really,
doesn't.
really, really redeeming parts in a world that most of the men suck. Like he just is the best of
No,
most men. Come on, what are you talking about? I need to
I
read
love
more.
Rosand.
I need to read more. It's my fault.
You're not going to be able to read more in this because Reese
No,
does
I'm
kind of suck in this book.
romantasy. I'm talking about romantasy
Oh,
across the board. You know what I mean? Like I need to
yeah,
see more caricatures and characters
yeah.
because I love more. More is not perfect. Like
No, and we hardly ever get to see her, so especially in this book. We'll
yeah,
see
I'm
what
gonna stop
happens in
reading.
the next one.
I'm gonna stop reading.
We'll see what happens in the next one. I mean, she might have more to do. Anyway, so that happens. Then we go into the dance. Now, well, first of all, Nesta comes in. It says she'd seen a queen of the night as merciless and cold and beautiful as the god Lanthus that wanted to make her Death's consort, Death herself. So she's seen herself like looking all hot to trot, and good for her. She deserves a little bit of a
Yup.
empowerment moment. But she is gonna make him crawl, and she's looking forward to it, and I am too.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say, I don't necessarily think she makes him crawl. I think she does a good job as far as what she intended to do.
If there's a place to put him, she put him there.
I mean, he immediately was like, "And I would like to marry her. What do you want?" Literally anything. What do you want?
I'm ready for immortality with somebody else today.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
it was literally, what do you want?
Anything. And they even say, like, really? Anything? That's a really stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
Like,
And
you
he's like,
probably shouldn't agree to that. He's like, that's how bad I want it.
yeah, what are we even talking about? I'm down.
He's like, I want to go to there. So
so down.
casual 30 Rock reference there.
Never watched it.
Oh man, bless. So we go for the dance. I love how it's described. I also love how she's just like she becomes the music, and it's bless her. I feel like music is her superpower. Death is supposed to be her power, but like the way she keeps talking about experiencing music,
Yeah,
I think there's like more to it than
I have I think so too. I have a romantic. You do too. There's something about songs that hit me different than I think it hit other people. Yeah.
It just is a thing sometimes. You have it or you don't. So she says, okay, so we're talking about
they dance. Oh, are they
they're
bumping,
dancing.
right? They bumping. They're getting after
they're
it.
ballroom dancing. She's like twirling, like more than she's supposed to. She's like doing death spins. It makes no sense. Liz says, I've never understood how one ballroom dances so well that everyone falls in love.
You know that scene from
I don't know.
I think it's from Shrek 3. The scene from Shrek 3 where Puss is singing, he's in superstition, black, and they're all ballroom dancing, and it's fucking kind of awesome. That's what I think. That right there.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
it. That's it. So for me, Liz, my response to that is, but we all watched Robert Irwin on Dancing with the Stars, and all of us were like, oh, I feel slightly inappropriate. For thinking
I don't know.
He is so hot because he's only 21 and he's a literal child. But did I fall a little bit in love with Robert Irwin? Yeah.
I know that
ballroom dance.
I know that whenever I learned a few dance moves doing Guys and Dolls in 2011, 2012, like, oh, this is how you spin someone. This is how you take control. This is how you take control, or you lead. Sorry, this is how you lead. This is how you do and then I would like dance with like my girlfriend at the time or somebody else that's a friend of hers. They would be like, a man that can dance is like you can spin and dip and twirl me. This is kind of awesome. All I have to do is kind of be a part of the situation. I'm
Right.
in. I'm in.
Right. So we dance, and then we have like a little moment, quiet moment between Eris and Nesta, and he's like, "Don't believe all the shit they say about me. It's not all true. I'm not that bad of a guy." And she's like, "Oh, really? You're not?" And he says, "No." And she knows the truth, but she's never revealed it. Why? Because she's afraid of it. So we keep talking about it. He keeps talking about it. Keeps talking about how he's really not the bad guy that everybody says that he is. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I want to believe him, but I also really love assholes. So
Yeah. So let me be very frank with you. Turning down the
Mhm,
dagger put him in a much better light in my brain as a dude than I think intended. But
mhm,
maybe I'm right. Right? Like maybe I'm correct. I don't like yeah, sure. But when it's like, yeah, I don't need that. Whatever. I'm not,
mhm.
what I'm looking for is different. But he's also very aware of her power. So it's a little bit
He
different, but
is. Well, and she even shows it to him too. Like they're in the middle of dancing, she lets that like silver flame come in her eyes, and he's like, "Whoo, I know that's
pause,
supposed to scare me off, but it's just like
pause,
catnip."
pause. Um, you said a phrase right there that I don't think you can say on TikTok, but you said it so quick. I think it's okay.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah. Um, she tries to reject it. Blah blah blah. Eris. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I thought this story plot was going to go longer.
mhm.
The
But it
whole
was
like,
like a real quick and done.
yeah. Roseanne was like, oh yeah, we're not doing that. We're
Mhm.
not doing that.
Yeah.
I think they
So
were like,
then,
oh, okay.
what did you think about like Cassian trying to step in?
I thought it was kind of lame.
Yeah.
He has a few moments where he's lame.
Mhm.
He was lame here, and then he's actually a little bit too lame here. And I mean, I think I like Cassian a little bit more than Rosand.
Mhm.
I like Rosand, and this is one of those moments where I was like, man, you're a little worse than Rosand right now. This isn't what
Well,
cool kids do. Um,
no, because also like there's a whole reason why we're doing it. Like it's not like we're doing it because she wants to and she's like trying to make him jelly. You know, like there's a
yeah,
political reason why we're doing this.
yeah,
And
and
you're the general. So like
yeah. I mean, I think
go
he's
along with the plan.
cool with tactics and strategy. I think that's kind of his thing, and I don't know. There's positions of the heart are different. I've only been in love a few times, right?
Mhm.
And the times that I've
I
seen
don't know what
my
that
lady,
accent's for, but sure.
well, no, I mean only a few times, and
Why'd you become a woman from Georgia?
she's Charleston actually.
Oh, sorry.
Why did you become a Georgia peach? Uh,
Why?
I don't know. It just happened. I
That's
didn't been
what
in
love
love
does.
before, but this what
That's what
love
love
does.
does. You're the worst. I love it.
I do declare.
I do declare. Shannon's not on to experience that. She would love it. Um, I don't like this. I think that Cassian's kind of dumb for stepping in. Like, I love that you went and took dance lessons in secret. That's so sweet and so cute. But also, you're still not a good dancer. Like, you're still not good at it. She was having fun. She was in her element. Eris can dance. She's having a good time. Let her live her life.
Yeah, but once again, I do want to push back on this, and while I agree with you, by the way, 99%. So my 1%
Hmm.
only is my man's only been in love with one other person for 500
Hmm.
years, and she dead.
Hmm.
Rest in peace. Moment of silence.
Hmm. I'm not gonna moment of silence a
What?
woman I don't. Oh no, she was a Valkyrie. I will moment of silence her. But we don't even really know that he was in Lurv. He just
You've
kind of
already
wanted to hit it.
you just ruined it. So anyway, Cassian, you just ruined the moment of silence. What's wrong with you?
I mean, sorry, I wasn't
Oh,
sure that it was necessary, and then I took it back. My bad.
yeah, it's
Um,
hilarious. I appreciate it. I
but
appreciate you all the time.
not only did he interrupt, but then he bogarted, and then would not pass her off because, like, then when Cassian cut in, all these other people are like, "Ooh, maybe I can dance with her now." And he literally says Cassian would only yield Nesta to Azriel.
Well, and Nesta was cool with it because it was Azrael.
Of course, I
Yeah,
would
she was
rather
like,
dance with Azriel. He's a
she was
shadow singer. You know he's got rhythm.
Oh, my man's got.
He's got the biggest wingspan. You know
Yeah.
he's got rhythm.
He got juice too. He got rhythm and juice.
Saying.
Yeah. I mean, uh, guy's an immortal. He's got the
For
emotional
those of you that
maturity of
have
a
just
12-year-old.
joined us on the TikTok, because we've got several now, it is we're talking about the dance scene in Court of Silver Flames when Cassian cuts in when Eris is dancing. So
And
you're all caught up now.
Inappropriate. I will say, on top of everything else, they are in a place where Cassian is wearing a full armor regalia, and these women,
Black armor.
yeah,
Kinda
these
sexy.
women look phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, of
they
course.
all look like this is. I mean,
Except for Elaine, which they make so many references
yeah.
to
What are we
how
doing here?
she looks like a dog.
They're like black don't play on you, though. Yeah.
It looks great on everyone but her. It's just literally sucking the life out of her to wear that color.
I gotta be honest with you. I've never. That didn't even register to me. Like
The amount of times they've said something about how
yeah,
that's not her
right.
color.
Like seeing, I mean, there's some intention behind it, obviously. That's a foreshadow. I don't know what it's a foreshadow for, but it's like to me, it plays like a foreshadow.
Mm-hmm.
I said obviously. What do I know?
I was like, you know something I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know of any woman that I've ever met who doesn't look slightly better in black.
Everybody looks better in black.
At least a little.
Everyone.
Yeah.
The most flattering of all of the clothing colors.
And then they said that Elaine is like objectively beautiful, where like Nesta is stunning, and theirs aren't the same thing, right?
Or like striking. She's striking, but she looks harsh at times. But Elaine is like beautiful all the time.
Yeah, like the sun rising or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, she wore black. She looks like the dregs. And you're like,
yeah.
Why'd you keep reading this stuff? Who cares?
She says, after we bring that up a million times, we do all this stuff. Then we cut to she's dancing with Azriel, all these other people. Eris goes straight to Rhys and is like, I mean, whatever you want. I'll give it to you in exchange for her as my bride. Right. I'd rather, and then to the dagger, he's like, I'd rather have her than that. So whatever you need. And then Rhys says, that's not my decision. And it seems foolish for you to offer me anything I want in exchange for her anyway. He straight up says it. Like, that seems really dumb. You sure you want to do that? Maybe reconsider?
Can we clock that? Like, let's not do that.
Yeah, maybe think twice on that one. And he says, I have my reasons. From the shadows in his eyes, Cassian knew something more lay beneath the rash offer. Something that even Azriel's spies hadn't picked up at the Autumn Court. So something's going on there. But nobody knows. And Rhys is too good of a person to like look in his mind and find out. So there we go. We don't know.
Yeah, my brain, because I've been watching a little bit of the Gilded Age, the show. I'm like 2 episodes in. I got opinions. Obviously, I have opinions. Have you seen any of it?
I've seen a third of the first season.
Great.
Maybe half of the first season.
Save it for post game. It kind of just it kind of just feels like there's something like he's gay or something.
Sorry.
It's something like he's gay and he can't have people know that he's gay or something. And so like he puts all of these reasons and people and other things in a play. But at the moment he started dancing with this chick, he was like, I'm in.
But
I'm in.
That's
I'm in.
But that's more.
I know, right? I know. And
more.
it would be the irony of like, oh, she's gay and he's gay and they can't be with each other actually.
The person's weird for each other.
Right? Like that level of irony is hilarious, but
yeah, I don't think that's entirely true. Although there are some people that are all about it because they're like, what if it was Azriel and Eris? And I'm like, I would read it. I would watch it.
I would not.
Need to watch it.
I would not.
I'd be fine with it.
I would read it, but I wouldn't watch it. Anyway.
I don't know. If you're reading it, you're practically watching it in your own brain. So
I don't know. It depends on how you read.
Guess so. All right, so we're in the next chapter now because we got to move on. It's too much.
That
So we're in
chapter was so
Solstice now.
long too, by the way. That
It was.
chapter was long.
Yes. So we're in Solstice. Lucian's back. Yay. But also, what's the point? Because all of us are avoiding him. Granted, it is a Cassian and Nesta POV, and neither of them really give two craps about him. So I guess makes sense, but Lucy's there.
Also, like, Lucian's back, and we only get it from Nesta and Cassian's point of view. It could be that people are being nice to him, and we just don't see it. And we're just like, what is he doing here? Obviously, and I also love, I mean, the coolest part about this is that, like, I'm gonna try it, just juxtaposition between the blue book and this one, right? Because we are a year later. Nessa's walking into the same party, a few new guests, but mostly the same people. There was one person she wants to avoid like the plague. She walks in, her youngest sister kind of laughs at her being who she is, and she's like, come on. It's whatever. And I mean, sometimes you take things too personally from your siblings, and your other sibling has an opportunity to be like, hey, I actually don't care. What are we doing? We got to move forward because we're a team, and that's all that matters here. And that is kind of what happens. And they bring up the Elaine looking terrible and black again, I think, in this point. And then she walks in and she's like, oh, I didn't get anybody a present. Oh, shit. And they're all like, it's fine. We don't really care. And then they do the whole party thing. And Nesta actually does a Feyre-esque job of incorporating herself in the few lives that she feels comfortable doing that, which I think is great. It's a great stepping stone. And then you get the Moor being a terrible gift giver and Azrael being an unbelievable gift giver.
Right. And then I love that Azrael. So yeah, her sisters got her gifts, whatever. That's expected. They're gonna get her gifts anyway because it's Christmas and they're sisters. But Azrael got her a present and she's like, what? And he's like, please, truly, don't mention it.
He's like, don't tell anybody.
He's like, I love him so much. I love Azrael. But he's like, she's like, I didn't get you anything. He's like, I know. I don't mind. It's fine. And then she opens it and then he got her like a cute little reading light.
Yeah.
So cute. He's the best. He's the best little gift giver.
Is there something more than thoughtful? Like thought overabundance? I'm trying to think of a word. Thoughtful, thought overabundance.
It's like
hyper mindful.
He's the thoughtfulest.
Hyper mindful.
Right.
He is that guy. He's hyper mindful.
I love him. He's so cute and all of his little things. And then he's like, oh, you can just attach it to whatever book you're reading and then the little Fey light will shine on it so you can read at night. And I'm like, 10 out of 10, sir. 10 out of 10. So he always remains such a good little gift giver. But we do all this and then Cassian gives her his present. And so she agrees to stay. She goes upstairs to her room in the river house. She realizes, oh, this is actually really nice and decorated totally the way I would decorate it.
I don't want to skip the painting.
Oh, that Feyre gave Cassian. Of the three of them. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So Feyre gives Cassian a painting of the three of them on top of Romuald.
What makes it feel even better is Cassian likes it.
And cries.
That makes me think it's way, way, way worse.
I love how like most people would be like, oh, it's so thoughtful and touching. You're like, that painting was so bad. It brought tears.
It wasn't that it was bad. It was like, oh, a child made this. What a cool childish gift. Not like an expert painter with years of experience made this who loves me. That's not what I got from Cassian. What I got from Cassian was, oh, my 5-year-old niece painted this for me. This is so cute. I'm going to put it on my refrigerator.
I don't know. Like, I do really love the joke. It's been a great joke. I'm not going to lie. I enjoy it. But, like, I feel like she probably really can paint. Sorry.
She for sure can paint. Like, for sure.
I feel like she can.
Her being a shit painter and not be able to read at the beginning of the story is awesome.
Yeah. I know, and so it is funny to carry it through. I do agree, but they don't have like, they don't have
That
Instagram. They don't have they don't have cameras. So he's probably not seen that moment or thought of that moment since I mean, like he's thought of it, but he hasn't been able to like actually see it and see that moment since it happened 500 years ago.
I want to bring back texting. I want Feyre to bring back texting between the girls, where they can write on little notes and they send them to each other. I think that should be a thing. Or the three girls, after they get done with the trial, they should be able to write notes to each other. Like give that power to them somehow. That
through their friendship bracelets.
Sure. Thank you, T Swift.
For sure.
That for sure.
We'll get to that just a second.
That's for sure a T Swift thing.
No, because this book came out before the T Swift.
The T Swift, because Travis Kelce had a T Swift, whatever, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, but this book is, how old is this? Hold on.
Is this not 2024?
This is it's 2021.
Oh, you're right then, my bad. Yeah. So let's get back to the plot.
So then Cassian gives her a symphonia, which is basically like an iPod shuffle.
Yeah.
In the best way.
It's a Bluetooth speaker.
But he went to had to go through lots of trouble to do it, because he literally went back the next day to the Hewn City and asked all the musicians to play the same music again, plus some of her favorites. And then he went to her favorite bars and recorded the tavern music, which is like 10 out of 10.
Buddy, it's a mix CD.
It really is, but in the best. But he had to put effort, like so much more effort into it.
Do you know how hard it was to burn discs back?
No, it was not. I burned so many CDs. Okay, like it was effort. It was almost the same amount of effort as like the generation before us that would have to listen to the radio intently, waiting for that one song to come on, and then at the drop of the hat, like run across the room, dash across the room, and slam down the record button on the cassette so that you could record it off the radio.
For those who are listening, CD players used to go into computers that had modules where you would burn them. And a burn, you could cut CDs so that they would play music like a record player. And it was always trash. It was a trash recording every single time, but it was good enough for like your friends or your girlfriend. It's like, I thought that this song made me think of you as some 41 song or something. And so that
Blink-182.
Yeah, or whatever that really who's the guy? Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
But you would give that as gifts. It's a mixed CD of like 60.
Yeah, my friend Jamie is on the TikTok. She's like, yeah, I'm cassette old. That's why I went with the cassette. I knew my audience. I knew those Gen Xers were over there.
You gotta let them know. They don't even know like a rotary telephone is, and like my grandparents still have a phone in their house. Because
cassette players are coming back. Like you can literally buy albums on cassette again. It's weird.
What's awesome?
Walkmans are coming back.
Record player records are still great sound. The sound in records is still unbelievable. For example, I listened to the Tron Legacy soundtrack by Daft Punk on vinyl, and it's unbelievable. It's so good. Anyway, like I can't think of a song or a soundtrack or anything that would not be on vinyl more than the Tron Legacy electronic soundtrack. And on vinyl, it's like great. Let's go back. So he gives her a mixtape, and
he gives her like the best present ever. So of course she's gonna freaking ruin it. So she's like immediately like, yeah, I'm not gonna accept this. I need you to return it. And he's like, it's not a gift and not a wedding ring. And she's like, no, I'll get that one from Eris. And he's like, ooh, girl, that's rough.
Yeah.
What you doing? Stop.
Well, I think at this point, before she was doing it to hurt him, and now she's doing it to hurt herself. And I love that she catches herself right there. She's like, I'm not good enough for you. And he was like, no, you're great for me, and I'm for you. And then their emotions aligned, and
yeah, but I feel like we already did this.
One.
How many times are we gonna have to do this?
At least one more time after this.
Okay, maybe. It's so annoying. I'm like, just can you please come on? We've already done this.
It was annoying, but I'll tell you it matches, because when they first started hooking up, they were doing like, oh, we're gonna do it this way in this room, and then this way in this room, and then these positions in this room, and then it kind of get, and so they have to do the and that's where we're at right there. And then they start having a conversation.
They do.
And then they screw it up literally in the next day. The very next day they screwed up again. But
yeah, basically. But she says, so she word vomits all this stuff. He's like, no, you're not trash. And if you are, you're trash panda, and I think they're really cute, and I love you.
Pretty much.
Please be with me. And so he says, you're not going to marry Eris. She says, no. He says, there will be no one else for either of us. And she says, yes. And he says, ever. And she says, ever. Yeah. So I do think it's cute. I also think that it's like adorable that Cassian's like, we have to DTR. We're going to define the relationship. Need to be sure that everybody knows, like, this is exclusivity. And ain't nobody else gonna touch this but me. Cool.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Cassian never has a different thought than the thought that he has in this chapter. But it pisses me, and it's gonna piss me off when he does have it. Well, maybe she's cheating on me. It's like, buddy, you guys already had this conversation in chapter 58 of this book. She ain't. I don't need that. I don't need that as a story plot anymore. We're not doing that anymore. No. This is the end of it. I don't want that.
Nope. And then we keep talking about, like, you've been talking about the Force and all the mating bond. So, like, all this mating bond shit is happening while they be fucking right here in this scene.
Yeah. Pretty hot, actually.
It is pretty hot, but it's like thread after thread of pure golden light and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, girl, you still didn't know that was a mating bond. Are you dumb?
We did that already too. Feyre did that already too.
Well, Feyre didn't actually know, and there was no like golden threads of crap.
Although I'll say in my experience with men, when they're like with their significant other, they knew a lot longer than their partner knew.
Well, Mr. Smut Oracle knew from day one, so
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like the moment they like the men that I know, they're like, yeah, the moment I locked eyes on her, it was this was over. Like that's mine right there. And I'll be as patient as I need to be.
It took some time for me to understand.
but it was like you've never met a more patient being in the history of time than a man who's like, oh, that one.
And my husband?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about like this, where Cassian, this Cassian, like it's so real that I don't think the ladies out there understand. That's every man I've met who's a good dude. I've met some not so good dudes, but who's a good dude who's like, nope, that one. I'll wait. I might go through other things in my life, but that's the one right there, and I'm cool with it. Yeah. I'll
wait. Represent Mr. Smut Oracle.
And every great man that I know, who's with their significant other.
So they have like this night that lasts forever. It literally says hours later, days and weeks and months and millennia later. It's like, oh, I've had that night. That's sweet. When they were both finally spent, when their souls had cleaved together entirely, Cassian pulled out and collapsed. Went to sleep. Great. And then she says, "Stay with me," because they've been spending a lot of time bumping uglies and knocking boots, but they have not actually slept in the same bed. And so she's like, "Stay," and then they get to have a moment. It's so cute.
Yeah, they cuddle for the first time.
It's adorable. So then he wakes up the next morning. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm late." And she's like, "To what?" And he's like, "Our traditional snowball fight." And she's like, "You are a grown ass man." Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, don't hate."
Yeah, she's like, "You're a dork," and he's like, "You love me. Bye."
He's like, yeah.
But also he's like,
"But did I mention?" He's like, "We're gonna go have a snowball fight," but then did I mention that we get real naked in that like steam room beside afterwards? And then she's like, "Oh wait, hold on, that's real hot. Let me think about it for a second." Yeah. He's like, I don't have time for this. I gotta go.
He also was like, remind me to take you to the mountain cottage later. It's pretty cool. And we're off.
Cool. Bye.
Well, I hate the explanation for this, by the way. Why he's gone so long.
And he's gone because he's like, he knew that there was a mating bond, and then he knew she was going to freak out, so he tried to leave her alone for 3 days. It's dumb.
Well, and he was like, I will be so physically into you that I'll be willing to fight people for it. That energy.
But we already knew that from when Rhys had his situation in book 2.
Right. And I like that it's different. But there's just better ways to handle it. And I don't know if it's like a character thing or if it's a writer thing.
About like him disappearing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like, hey, we write this better, or if it's like, oh, as a character, this is a character flaw. Like
I think it's just a plot device.
Okay, cool. So, but then we get to the slumber party.
But then we get to have girl shit. So they all come and hang out at the house. Emery and Gwen come up and are hanging out. And then what I love is they talk about the walk.
The walk.
Yeah, they're talking about how they knew. It says Cassian must be really good if you're so tied up in knots while he's gone. And then he's like, and then she just makes like a low groan in her voice. And I'm like, yeah, we know. We've all been there. And then Emery says, I figured he's got the walk. And they're like, the walk. And she says, when a male knows how to use his so well and struts around with that swagger that basically declares it to everyone. And I'm like, that walk does exist, actually. I've seen it.
Yeah, it does exist. You've seen me before, Emily, you've seen me in real life walk around. Sure.
Kelly's not in the comments to like actually confirm
to reaffirm it. Yeah. You have to anyway. You got to be a little bit more confident than I've been in recent weeks, or months. I love that. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, BDE. He's got BDE walk.
He really does. He really does. And he says, so she says, I'd hope he knows how to use it well after being alive for 500 years, but I've met plenty of men who proved that wrong. So I'm like, yeah. I love a good dig at all of male kind.
Me too. We deserve it.
So good.
As long as it's clever.
They have a bunch of chocolate, they have cakes, they have all this stuff, and they're like, oh, did you go through all this trouble? And Emery's like, no, girl, Nesta's been holding out on us. She has a magical house that gives her everything she wants.
Okay, so the magical house that gives her everything she wants now comes to full circle for me. Does it for you? Yeah. Did it for you, really? It was like she has a magic doll house that she just lives in.
Basically.
Yes. Yeah. It's awesome. She's like, I want a unicorn.
She was in the Barbie dream house. She literally gets like a little Pegasus.
Yeah. She's like, I want a Pegasus. And they're like, it's an illusion. I don't care.
Like bubble bath without water that's just full of bubbles.
Yeah. I just want a bubble bath, but I don't want to get wet. That's such a girl thing.
Right? Like tiaras and big hats and all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah. How many times have I been at a pool with a girl who's like, I don't want to get wet though. I
want to get in, but I don't want to have to be wet. So
I don't want to be wet. I want to get in, don't want to be wet. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Hilarious. So and then we have the friendship bracelets. Let's not forget about the friendship. Even though like one of the girls is like, I don't know how to do this, and they're like, let's teach you, and she's like, I don't know how to do this.
They're not good at it, and it's Nesta. She's terrible at it. So she's like, I'm really bad at it. But she does like make a wish. So she says, I wish for us to have the courage to go out into the world when we are ready, but to always be able to find our way back to each other, no matter what. Aww.
Me too. You know what? Me too.
Me too, Liz. Me and you, baby. I want to be able to find you no matter what. And thanks to cell phones and tracking devices, that is possible.
I be honest with you, I was so surprised when I found out that my female friends had they track each other's phones.
Yeah, I have.
Not a soul cares about me that. Not a soul cares about me that much. Not one person.
LP knows where I am all the time. Okay.
LP, good chance she knows where I am all the time too. She's kind of just in the know.
Yeah, I know where LP is, and LP knows where I am all the time.
Yeah. No one cares about me that much though. That's awesome.
Legit. I'm gonna turn on my location and send a request. You will always know where I am from now on.
Emily's at the Ingalls again.
No, Emily's at work. Emily's at home. Emily's at work. Emily's at home.
Emily's at the theater. There
Emily's at home. That's about it.
All right. We're to the ribbon cutting ceremony, which is awesome. Then the next day, Cassian shows up with the obstacle course, which is cool. Cassian is still kind of playing hard to get. They do the obstacle course a few times. The other group almost catches them. I love the other group, by the way. Huge fan of the other group.
Mm-hmm. The other women that are like right on their heels.
Yeah, that's like, oh, you got some other girls who are badasses too. Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, steel sharpens steel, so they gotta have a little bit like.
I think it's iron sharpens iron. I think.
Yeah, whatever. That's what I meant. It's 10:30 at night. Get over it.
So
I'm so rarely wrong. I'll give you that one, Luke.
Girl shit. Anyways, the stairs. Then they go to the Starfall thing, which I still don't know what these like floating specks of debris.
Do we?
Remember we talked about it when
I'm not super sure.
When it splattered all over Feyre's face, and we laughed for 10 minutes.
Soul juice, like
it's soul juice.
I mean, that's just kind of what it is.
Salty.
I didn't juice. Pick it.
Pungent, salty soul juice.
I didn't get to do it. What I do love is this like Gwen and Azriel. We can't stroll past this real fast because like I love this Gwen and Azriel sassiness back and forth. Yeah. So she's like, "See you tomorrow, Shadow Singer." And then Nesta turns back to Az and is like, "You have no idea what you just started." And Az is like, maybe I want to know what I just started. And she says, "You remember how Gwen was with that ribbon? You're the new ribbon, Az." Like, she's going to cut you in a good way.
She's going to cut you in half. I think, I can't tell if it's a romantic relationship. It's supposed to be. It's got to be. Never mind. I'm not going to finish my phrase.
I'm team Azriel and Gwen. I'm just letting everybody know now.
I think I am too. And it's cool that he saved her.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
I hate Elaine. And I hate Elaine and Azriel. I can say there is so much evidence in the book about how Elaine and Azriel are not meant to be together. So
I like an idea of a stepping stone relationship between Elaine and Azriel. They were just like, you know what? We can stop though. We're good friends. And they just stayed friends.
Great. Stay friends.
That's what I'm saying. They hook up they get together a few times. Mm-hmm. I think they'd be fine. Do your thing.
That's fine.
And then like be like, you know what though? Spring isn't springing. The flowers aren't blooming here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Are we cool? And Azriel's like, yeah, of course, I'm Azriel. And they just went their own separate ways. I want that to be a thing.
I just don't feel like Azriel is cool though. I don't feel like Azriel's been cool over a woman a single day in his life. So I just don't see him having the capacity to do that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's hard for me to pin down Azriel's personality.
Well, because he's quiet.
Not just because he's quiet. Like there are moments of complete thoughtfulness, and then there are moments of like, and then brilliance, right? Yep. And there's moments of love and jealousy, anger, frustration, like all of the things. And I'm like, okay, like you're this kind of caricature, or you're this kind of caricature, like, or you're a melting pot of these different kinds of caricatures. And it's like, what I get now is the kind of quiet, like BDE pianist, who is so unbelievably good at playing the piano that they don't kind of realize they have BDE, and they just kind of keep to themselves, and they have a couple of close friends, and that's about it.
I feel like Az knows.
See, okay, so
Az knows, but it's just he's just like choosing to be like the tortured one.
I say, so you think he's kind of emo?
Yeah.
But
Me
he's
too.
he's not emo like Anakin Skywalker, where he's like, he's not like bitchy
Mm.
or complaining.
Oh, he gets.
Huh? Okay, we're gonna move on.
We'll get there.
Um, they do the ribbon cutting. They do the Ninja Warrior obstacle course.
Hmm.
And
Another
Cassian's
group
cut.
of ladies that are right on their heels, just
Yeah,
great.
Cassian's kind of keeping his distance, and then
Hmm.
after a couple of what is it months? Yeah, after a couple of months,
2 months.
they finally do it, and they do it with the audience of the Illyrian Guard. No one else is actually training with
Devlin.
them. Yep.
Yep. Devlin's
And
there. Congrats. You already have your prize because you passed the Blood Rite qualifier.
then Nesta goes down the steps. Then they do then this is when they do the Starfall ceremony thing.
Hmm.
And the apology to Amryn happens, which is beautiful and awesome.
Yep. Also, we find out that Vivian, so Moore's bestie Vivian, is also preggers. So
Cool.
it's so rare. Having Fae babies is so rare. So I do love that Faye and Vivian get to be preggers at the same time.
Fae babies, Fabies. The
Babies.
and it's kind of cute. I don't know. The Starfall thing is really really adorable. It's such a girl thing. And I
Yeah.
love it. It's like
It's definitely a this kind of stuff doesn't happen in like male fantasy books. This is pretty much like girl fantasy books right here.
one time I took a lady to Corbin, Kentucky to the Moonbow.
Synchronous fire flows? Okay.
To the Moonbow. So there's a rainbow that happens over a waterfall in Corbin, Kentucky, and it only happens in two places in the United States, in Niagara Falls and Corbin, Kentucky.
Mm.
So one time I did some girl shit.
Look at you.
We try.
Mr. Smut Oracle proposed at sunrise on top of Cadillac Mountain in Acadia National Park, where it's the first place the United States sees sunrise.
See, that's a good choice. Except for at sunrise, it had you said, no, you got to live with that shame all day long.
True. True.
Bold
also,
choice, Cotton.
I'm not a morning person, so that was brave. That was brave.
But then we get the part that I kind of hate. And this is she makes it down the 10,000 steps, which is great. I love that
She
part.
just turns around and comes back up.
No.
That's Starfall. She gets down the stairs, then she turns around, just goes back up because there's nothing in the city she wants more than Cassian, and Cassian's at the top of the stairs, and then it's Starfall.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I had them really mixed up.
But then the next day, well, I guess it's not the next day, it's spring. So fast forward, nothing happens. Everything's been chill over the winter.
The Blood Rite's about to happen.
Yes. And then we have some training. All this stuff is happening. They go meet up with Eris. Nothing really happens.
Well,
kind of like
Cassian outwits him.
Does a good job.
He does a little politicking.
Mm-hmm. And he's like learned that voice, that like disinterested courtier type voice that Nesta's like, I'd be okay with him using that without our clothes on.
It's it doesn't hurt to have Eris longing for something that he is a part of. So that helps his political power. So really Rhys did him a solid there. Which isn't really overtly talked about in the book, but we just said it. So now you know, we know. You're welcome, SJM. And then we get to the part that I kind of hate.
The kidnapping or the getting mad at each other.
Getting mad at the bargain. We're going to go for a walk. Oh, we're going to go outside together. They're going to see us together. They're going to know who I am. This kind of sucks. It's like Nesta. I'm not going to lie to you. Everyone's staring at you because you're beautiful and has nothing to do with who you are as a person. So we could just have a conversation and go for a walk. It's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb, but again,
and then she's
I thought we were done with this. I thought we had already faced the literally 2 chapters ago. I thought we already did this.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Hey, you wanna?" He's like, "They're looking at me," I'm a actual hero to them. They're not looking at you. It doesn't matter.
Well, they're looking at her too.
Well, but she's strikingly beautiful, but he's like an actual hero.
Yeah.
I guess she is too because she cut the head off of an evil person.
She cut the head off the King of Hybern, and she's the High Lady's sister. They're looking at both of you, but also they're not looking at her going, "She doesn't deserve him." That because no one knows really what she's like, except that she is the High Lady's sister and she beheaded the King of Hybern. So both things are pluses, not minuses in their columns.
But my thing about it is like, anytime I get in my own head about anything, I have to think first: have you slept? Have you had enough water to eat? Have you had or drink? Have you eaten enough food?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The second, then, and usually it's no to one of the three of those, at least. The second one is, oh, they're not thinking about me nearly as much as I'm thinking about me.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. They probably are hungry or have to take a shit or something. There's a good chance that's a thing. And then I start thinking about wild stuff. My brain starts getting weird. It's like, how many people are on drugs or drinking and driving right now in this world? And it's quite a bit more than you think. And then I'm like, wait a minute, how many 100 millionaires are there? I just looked this up. There are over 10,000 100 millionaires in the United States. 10,000 individuals worth over $100 million. That means all of these like 4 or 5 that we hyper focus on in the media are probably getting targeted by the media. Anyway, that we could backpedal off that.
I love when you go on a tangent, you go, ooh, swan dive into a tangent.
It's the Gilded Age. I've been watching the Gilded Age, and there's a part of it that I talked to my mom about today, and I was like, well, they're talking about old money and new money, and I was like, do you think that happens today? Do you think like old money is just using the media to make the regular people be mad at new money, and it's really just old money versus new money? It's been a thing. It's a tale as old as time. And she was like, yeah, I used to think that. Yeah, I guess you're probably right. And I was like, oh boy, we should probably talk about that. It's not even the rich and the poor. It's really old money and new money. Anyway,
welcome to capitalism, baby.
But it's not even rich and
poor.
What
we do best.
It's not. It's literally old money and new. Like old money doesn't like new money, and new money is like, I want my space with the old money, and that's like, buddy, nobody cares. Money is money. It spins the same everywhere. Anyway, now it's like, have you ever read The Great Gatsby, Luke? Yes, of course I have. Oh, man, it's the same story. Anyway, so
same thing.
They have this argument. Then they have
like,
a girls' weekend.
I am your mate, and she's like, yeah, but I can't say that out loud because for some reason, it's a word that means I'm no longer human. Duh, you are literally death incarnate. We're over this. Why are you? Why? This was so unnecessary on so many levels.
I'm with you 1,000%. I hated this. Like, I bet my humanity. It's like, buddy.
No,
humans barely think they're humans.
To be fair,
what are you talking about?
Feyre did the same crap. Feyre did the same crap, but I expected more from Nesta.
Well, and to be fair, Cassian does say something not super appropriate here. I don't even remember what it is.
He says, I didn't have a choice being shackled to you either.
Yeah.
I read that and I was like, ooh, that's not going to be good.
No.
That's not going to work for you.
By the way, in a joking manner, super funny.
Right.
Not the time to tell that joke, but it's still super funny.
But he didn't mean it as a joke.
No,
either.
he meant it as like, hey, can you pipe down because I'm stuck with you two. Like that's what he was. Yeah. He was mad because he's tired of her being like short about some things.
Because honestly, this is bullshit.
It's bullshit, and he knows it.
I understand, but also, Cassian, there are things that you can think in your head, but you cannot say out loud. And if you say them out loud, you immediately lose. And this is one of those.
Right. Oh,
so he did that.
And you can like pick her up off the ground and fly her up into the sky and then have a very private conversation. Be like, hey, buddy.
Right. Also, we're in the middle of the fucking street.
You can just pick her up and fly off. You can just fly off.
Take
I don't know.
This conversation inside. This is not an outside on the street conversation.
Yeah.
Just saying.
There's a lot about this situation I hate, just like you.
So she says, I'm calling in my favor. And she's like, don't talk to me. I want you to leave. Go up to the House of Wind for the night. Do not speak to me until I come to talk to you or until a week has passed. Whichever comes first. I don't care. So he has to go away. And she is like, I'm going to go do something else. I'm gonna go hang out with my friend Emery. So she goes to Emery's house.
Yeah, doesn't
Which,
she has to get warmed up there?
yes, Winode. So Moore is also aware of everything that's going on. She's like, I'm mad at him. Moore's like, preach, he's an idiot. I'll take you wherever you want.
Right. I love that Moore's like, yeah, you have every right to be mad at him for what he said. That's fine. Let's go. And
But
then
Moore's always the one that's like, yeah, men are stupid. I'll take you wherever you want. Let's go.
yeah, but she's also like, I've lived it. It's not that big a deal. It's fine. Let's go do like you'll be literally fine in a day or two. This will pass faster than a season for sure.
It's fine. It's
It's
fine.
the
So Emery,
well,
they're at Emery's house, and then Gwen comes, and it's so sweet because it's literally the first time Gwen has left the sanctuary of
best part. Yeah, the sanctuary.
right.
Yeah, that is the best
She
part.
she didn't go up to the house, but the house and the library are like the same place. So this is the first time she's actually left and gone out into the world, and it's because Nesta needed some girl time, which is so sweet. Until they all agree, and she's like, "You're right." They're all like, "Girl, we love you, but you're being real dumb right now." And shout out to the girls, shout out to the women
Agreed.
who can look at the other women who are being a little dumb and go, listen, I hear you and I want to support you because girls support girls, but also you're kind of being stupid right now. Shout out Liz. Liz can do that for me. I love you. Thank you.
I love I remember the time when I got into a deep enough conversation, and I'm gonna use Hank as an example, my younger brother. I got to a point in our relationship where I was like, oh, it's my role to listen right here. Cool. And then I was like, all right, you don't get to do that anymore. And he's like, what? And I was like, all of this is childish. You don't get to do that anymore. I'm happy to listen. Zoom out. It's not that important.
Yeah.
She's not here. I guess I'd be fine. One time, one time when I was dating Kelly, we had a great time, and maybe she had a little bit too fun a time. And there were maybe some people mad at her, and she maybe deserved it a little bit. And the next morning, I was like, "Hey, so this is what happened. You can't do that again. And I expect the same from you to me. If this happened, if I were to do the same, here is a list of the people you need to apologize to." And she was like, "Oh no!" Like,
oh no!
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's good to have friends like that. So I'm glad they set her straight.
True.
And then they got kidnapped.
She's like, it's fine. Tomorrow, I'll just tell Cassian everything tomorrow, and everything will be fine. But girl, it's like that country song, "Tomorrow never comes," because it didn't. Your ass got kidnapped. I
got kidnapped by elite warriors to go on a death trial.
It's pretty bad.
It's kind of fun.
It is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So, but I also love how Cassian wakes up the next morning. He's like, all right, I love her and I had to do it, but my girl's got to learn how to make better bargains because I know how to get around this. Yeah. And I love that. And then he shows up and he's like, wait a minute. Uh-oh, bad news. And they're gone. So I did tell you that we were going to like leave you on a pretty hardcore, but we're on part 4 and the next parts.
I had to sit on this for 2 weeks.
I know. I'm sorry. I had to like open a musical and like low-key star in it. Sorry, bye.
You're the star in everything. Don't low-key that.
I mean, not everything. Just in my life. She is the main character.
As far as I'm concerned.
She is the main character of her own life. And that does take a lot. So at least I'm living that.
As far as I'm concerned, part 4. Atraxia.
Ataraxia.
We're adding syllables. Ataraxia.
No, there's an A in there. A-T-A.
They're not just
Ataraxia.
There's 4 A's.
Ataraxia. Ataraxia.
I want to go to
you
somewhere
said atraxia.
nice. Atraxia. Yeah. What chapter?
Atraxia. That's
What
just what Cassian and Nesta feel for each other.
what
Atraxia.
what
It's like
chapter should we
toxic
do in
attraction.
MC?
We're going 64 to 69. So you're not going to read 69. I just wanted to say it. So
You're not going to read 69?
you're not reading 69. You're stopping when you get to 69 because I'm a tease. So you're going to get to the 69 but not complete it. And so it's
Okay.
698 is the page you're going to stop on.
Okay.
And this is the second to
Oh,
last
and we're
chapter.
not flexible enough to do 69? Sorry, I had to do it. It had to be done.
We are, but we're not going to because you know what we have to do? This is called edging. Okay. So we're going to get right up to the 69 and then not do it.
Yeah, love a good tease.
The next section is 69 to the end.
Right.
So
right.
We only have 2 sections left.
Sad.
Sorry.
It happens.
I know.
Okay, so can I do a little bit of Kitchen Couch?
A little bit, and then I have to go record something. So hit it.
Gilded Age. I hate every character.
Oh yeah?
Every
but
single
here's what
character.
I love about it.
Yeah.
Here's what I love about Gilded Age. Almost all of them are Broadway stars. Almost all of them are Tony Award-winning Broadway stars.
Yeah, except for the blonde chick. The main, it's like that's Meryl Streep's daughter, right?
Yeah.
She's like a nobody, except for she's related to Meryl Streep.
We got like Audra McDonald all up in there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many.
I genuinely hate all of the characters, every single one, except for the butler. The butler is hilarious. Like the head butler, the Alfred Pennyworth butler.
Mm-hmm.
He's awesome. Literally every single one, I hope terrible things upon. Every character. From the top to the bottom, whichever direction. I am going to hate watch this show and hope somehow they all die. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't care.
I don't know that it's going to happen. But you can have LP on an episode and talk about the Gilded Age because she loves the Gilded Age.
There are some scenes that are so poorly acted, it's hard to watch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen it, so I can't tell you. I've only watched the first, third or a half of season 1.
I'm only 2 episodes in.
Of Gilded Age?
Yeah. Like, I hate every character.
Well, then you haven't even really got to, like, what's happening in it yet.
It's fucking the story of Monopoly. I got it. It's Monopoly. Who cares?
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not entirely wrong. Hello, it's just like the author. Welcome to the page.
It's just Monopoly, and so it's like, oh, you must be the Monopoly guy.
It's just early capitalism. The story of the rise of old money in America.
Yes, old money. Yes, I like old money. Ooh, new money. No. You don't know how they got their money. Yes. It's like fucking. This isn't real people problems. I don't care. I hope y'all die.
No, of course it's not. Well, it's a little extreme, but
I mean, they all will eventually. But okay, so
you're gonna get us kicked off TikTok talking about how you wish everyone to be unalived. So
okay,
maybe roll it back.
Okay, so William and I watched Troy. You've never seen Troy, right?
I think I've seen it. I can't remember. All I remember is Brad Pitt's hot. That's all I remember.
Buddy, Brad Pitt is he's a dreamboat in this.
Mm-hmm.
He is a character from A Court of whatever, with the blonde hair.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like blonde-haired men. Sorry, but
I don't either.
But he is attractive in that movie.
So what the coolest part about that movie is they play up to the myth up until the mystical stuff. So there's no mystical things, like you don't see gods or plagues or any of that stuff. There's no mythical weapons.
He's Achilles, right?
He's Achilles, yeah.
Okay.
They play it up so much that everyone you can tell they think they're making the best movie ever, of all time. Like every line is played up to be the greatest line of all time. Brian Cox plays the leader of the Greeks, Brian Cox, the voice
Mhm.
of McDonald's, and he's in a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal. He's so good. The guy who plays Mad-Eyed Moody is hilarious and awesome. He's the king
So
of Sparta.
here's what I feel like happened. What I feel like happened was Gladiator did really
Mm.
well,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Ooh, we gotta make more of these types of movies," and that's when they made Troy.
Yeah.
So it's like Gladiator was actually a good movie and well acted with a good script, and then
Yeah.
they were like, "We need more of this," but it just became more and more derivative, and that's how we ended up with Brad Pitt as
Derivative
Troy
is derivative
in
is the
Troy.
right word, and Brad Pitt is the right actor for the role. It's
Of anything
so
derivative, I agree.
it's so miss it's not directed well
Mhm,
for what they're like for what they're trying to do. So like some of Brad Pitt's performance is him being Brad Pitt, and some of
mhm,
it is him being Achilles, and you can tell when it shifts. Like you can see it on
mhm.
screen. Um, uh, Orlando Bloom's in it, and he's awful. He has the emotional depth of a gnat. Diane
Show me a
Kruger's in
movie
it.
where he's not
Diane
awful.
Diane Kruger's in it. A good point. Actually, he's not terrible in the Hobbit movies, the 3 Hobbit movies where he's playing Legolas. He's actually pretty good. But Diane Kruger's in it. She's pretty terrible as she plays Helen of Troy.
Helen, yeah.
Um, the best part of the movie, in my opinion, is Hector, who is the leader of the Trojan army, and he's a Trojan general,
Mhm.
and it's played by Eric Bana, and
Oh, I love Eric Bana.
he's really so okay. He's so ornery.
Mhm,
Like you could tell the note that they gave him when you watch it.
mhm.
That is essentially, I need you to be as practical as possible. You're the
Yeah,
only practical like everybody else is making
but
decisions
also
based on
show me a
religion or
movie
emotion or any. He is just every line delivery is practicality, practicality, practicality all the way through.
show me a movie where Eric Bana doesn't act like that, though.
Oh no, no, no! I think even in like the Incredible Hulk or whatever, he's so it's almost too much. But it's so different. Like his portrayal is so different than everyone else. It's awesome to see a studio, a director, this costumers, the set designers, everyone goes all in. We're making the greatest movie of all time. And you can feel it in the script, in the words. And it just is laughable. And
It's
it's
pretty bad.
awesome.
Do you know what movie is also pretty bad, but was like such a fun trip, and it's one of the most fun experiences I've had watching the movie?
Mhm.
The Clash of the Titans.
Like the more recent one?
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
like in 2009. I
Yeah,
don't know, 2009,
it's
2010.
awful. It's
It's
awful. Yeah.
terrible. But let me tell you, Justin and I went,
Oh, yeah.
um, Olivia's husband,
Yeah.
and we went after a shift at O'Charlie's because we were working at O'Charlie's back in the day. I went to see that movie. Man, it was bad, and we had
Yeah.
the best time yucking it up watching that
Yeah.
movie.
It's yeah.
Because you know that Justin's comedy is gold. So he was making wonderful comments throughout the whole thing. Had I gone to see it with anyone else, it would not have been a great experience. But
No.
seeing it after a double shift of a corporate restaurant job with Justin, chef's kiss.
It's definitely like if Justin at any time was like, "Hey, do you want to go watch?" Like in 2004, if he was like, "Hey, do you want to go watch Troy with me?" I'd be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I do, I do." What's cool
Mhm.
about this Troy movie too is Sean Bean plays Odysseus.
Aw. Oh, and here we are back at full circle because the Odyssey
So
is
that was the point. That
in.
was the point. I'm gonna go
Okay,
see
yeah.
the Odyssey in IMAX on Thursday at the Smithsonian.
Nice.
They're just reopening the theater at the one in the city, so I'm gonna walk over there at 6:30 in the afternoon and watch it on
Awesome. I
Thursday.
can't
It's gonna
wait
be
to
dope.
see what you think about all that.
But I was talking because William and I watched it together, and it's going to be on the channel soon. Our reaction to it, but it's like I'm so hyped up the entire, and William is like, I'm not into Christopher Nolan movies or Warner Brothers or whatever. Like it's just not my thing. And it's a whole. I was like, buddy, I need you to understand. The best part about Troy is that the people in the movie don't know it's bad. Like they don't know it's bad so much that they think they're making the greatest movie of all time. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. The guy who plays the Emperor in Gladiator, Emperor that plays Caesar, the first Caesar, he plays the King of Troy. Like they literally just took a bunch of. There's a couple of characters from 300 that are like basically played the same character, and it's just in Troy. Even though 300 came out in like 2007, 2008. So at this same time, though, you had movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, and
Yeah.
you had Lord of the Rings, and you had Star Wars. It's like the Troy came out in 2004, so it's just so good. I mean, it's 200. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes. There's a director's cut that's 3 hours, and I think it's just more sex scenes and more blood. I just think that's all it is. I can't wait to see the Odyssey. I'm pretty sure had Troy done well, they would have made the sequel. They would have made the Odyssey with Sean Bean as Odysseus.
I feel bad for him.
I think he would have made a great Odysseus.
Yeah, I think he would have
he's
been great.
great.
I mean, he was good, but
he's great in Troy. Like he's the best actor playing the best role.
I love Sean Bean.
Really good.
He's just really good. The really crap into the stick when it comes to roles. You know?
He does. William, he came on screen. He was like, "Hey, is that Sean Bean?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Is the guy who dies?" I was like, "He doesn't die in this." He's like, "Spoiler alert!" And I was like, "He's playing Odysseus,
buddy."
like, come on.
I don't think it. I mean, like, what I think the spoiler alert gets to be like, how many years does it have to be out before you can say it's not a spoiler alert? It's like it's ancient Greek mythology. There's no such thing as a spoiler alert. It's
I think
Greek mythology.
Homer wrote it at like 835 BC, so you don't get to be.
Like, if you haven't read it by now, you're not gonna read it. It's fine.
He was like William had no idea. So there's the point. The only part that got him, that really had him, was the moment that the cousin. So Achilles' cousin steals Achilles' gear and gets killed by Hector. And he was like, "Oh, I thought, so I'm going to put that little piece short on the internet that sees his reaction of it being the cousin. But God, it's so much fun. It's such a kitchen couch movie. It's one of those ones where you're just like, you have to realize this is so stupid. Even the shot selection, the scope of all of the shots, and it's just like they thought they had so much star power on screen.
Again, I say, if you just think about it as in like Gladiator just did really well, and we're just making a derivative Gladiator. And if you liked that, you're really gonna love Brad Pitt.
Well, you had Gladiator, and then you had Lord of the Rings. Like Gladiator came out in '98, and then you had Lord of the Rings back to back to back, and they were like, "We need something else. We can make the Odyssey, and if it does well, we can make Troy, and then we can make the Odyssey back right behind it." And Troy did well, but it also cost $175 million to make. We looked it up, and at the time, 2004, that was a lot of money. And while it did make its money back, it did not do well enough to.
Well, no, because they took themselves way too seriously. To your point, they took themselves way too seriously. Versus, 300 came out just a little while after that.
Yeah. And it was smaller and interesting, and
more interesting, completely different approach to how they were going about it.
I urge everyone to watch Troy. Troy is it's one of my favorite movies. It's awesome, but it's my favorite movie just because like I know, like I understand industry things. Like I understand what's happening here. I understand the setting at the time. Like Brad Pitt was like the most famous actor in the world at the time. And he probably missed out on a few roles, but he had just done like 7 and a bunch of other stuff. Ocean's 11, Fight Club. And so anyway, not going to dive into it anymore. I'm a little pimping because we're going to put it on the channel here tomorrow or the next day, I think.
For sure. Well, I'm excited to like see your reaction videos to that. And then
Oh, and then the
I'm
Odyssey.
interested to hear how you like the new Odyssey.
Well, and that's the last thing. William said, he was like, yeah, I don't know that I want to watch the Odyssey because of like the casting and whatnot for Achilles and the casting for Helen of Troy. And I said, well, William, I don't think they're going to be in the movie that much. And he said, what do you mean? And I said, well, from what I know, which is more than you, but not that much, Odysseus leaves to go to the Trojan War and doesn't arrive back in Ithaca for 20 years. He spends 10 years fighting in a war and then 10 years at sea.
Trying to get back. Yeah.
Trying to get back. And so the story of the Odyssey is him leaving the Trojan, like the Odyssey begins like with the Trojan horse and coming home. Right.
Right.
And he was like, oh, and I was like, I don't know that those characters are going to be on screen that much. It's really just a dude and his soldiers dealing with weird things for 10 years straight. And he was like, oh, and all the soldiers die. And he was like, oh, like you get the Medusa scene, you get the sirens, you get the Cyclops. Like there's a few really super notable things. Otherwise, it's just a dude with his boys trying to get home. Like the other really, really famous actors who are marquee probably aren't in the movie that much. Like even his wife isn't in the, like, she's probably not gonna be in this. Like she's probably in the trailer more as much as she's gonna be in the movie. He's like, oh,
basically, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, buddy, he's just a dude at sea for 2 hours. What are you talking about? So he's like, oh, then I might watch it. And I was like,
you're like, thank you. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go.
Probably next Monday.
Great. Happy opening. Congrats.
It was a good opening. Another weekend of shows, and then we'll probably get back together Monday if that works for you.
Yeah, let's do it. Monday, chapters something through 68.
Yep. Not to 69.
We're edging to 69. Okay.
Yes.
All right, great. Thank you, everybody, for showing up and watching to the end. And where you go, the couch goes, because we are the couch. Later, titters.
Peace.